plus contact light. Delivery and transportation service. Cargo hold 1. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series that I'm debuting on my channel, called Seanman's One-Offs. In this video series, I basically take one random game, sometimes suggested by you viewers in the comments, if anybody actually comments on these videos, and I just pick a random game, I play through it, offer up my impressions, and pretty much just one video, just to test out the waters with several new games. This way I can get more games being played on my channel, and have a bigger variety for you all to enjoy. So, I figure, why not start off this off with a series, or rather a game, that I pretty much kind of know quite a bit about. Risk of Rain. This game, I don't remember if it's on any other consoles, but I know it's on PC. Maybe it's on XBLA or PSN, who knows. I'll probably put an annotation up or something about that. So, what is this type of game, you may ask? Well, it's a roguelike platformer slash shooter slash exploration game. If you don't know how much sense to make of that, I'll explain more as we actually get into the game, but just to show you how much I've actually played this game, I got some stats here. I mean, maybe it flashes by quick. I've played this game a lot, is the point I'm trying to make. I've seen lots of monsters, got a lot of items. I'm not quite done with this game, but how about I just get right on into it. Turn off the artifacts, because I'll explain that momentarily. But here, with this game, you basically select a survivor, and you just choose whoever you want to take on the world. There's many different characters, and each one is a different class, basically, with different abilities. As you can see here, there's the Commando, who's known for long range and mobility, and he uses the tactical dive to increase his survival, while suppressive valve deals massive damage, and he can use FMJ to dispose of large mobs, which a mob is basically a big group of enemies. But that's kind of simple and self-explanatory. Now here you can also set the difficulty to either Drizzle, which is basically an easy mode, Rainstorm, which is like the normal mode, and Monsoon is basically the extremely hard expert mode that will kill you and make you cry for mercy. Now, it says here also, if you play on Drizzle, or easy mode as it is, your progress will not be saved. This means that basically, any artifacts you collect will not actually... Well, any artifacts, items, or monster logs you collect will not be saved and kept forward to look back onto later on the main menu. You have to play on at least Rainstorm, which is normal mode, in order to keep those. And as you can see, I have a bunch of artifacts already collected. There's still a few more I need to get in this game, but so on and so forth. Artifacts allow you to alter your game in quite a few ways, such as this artifact, which is Honor, allows enemies to always spawn as elite versions of themselves, which are more powerful versions of the enemies you'll see here in a sec. Or, say, command, which basically changes all the items to make it no longer random. Meaning you could actually choose which items you want to acquire. Now, if this doesn't make sense now, it will make sense soon as I'm gonna get into the game. To demonstrate this game, I am going to be the Commando class, which basically is going to be the one class you'll start out with if you decide to buy this game. You have to unlock all the other classes through playing the game, which kind of stinks, but it allows you to get started because the Commando is probably one of the easiest classes to use in this game. So, without further delay, how about we get right on into it and see what Risk of Rain has to say about our lives. So, what you can do is, you can jump, use any abilities, which there's basically 4 ability buttons. I am using a controller to play this, and I have actually set it up, so it's easy for me to play. And enemies are just gonna pop out of nowhere, and you gotta kill them, basically. So there's that. And the goal, basically, is to find a teleporter, which, strangely enough, it's already right there. It can sometimes be easy to find, and sometimes it can be hard to find, but I want to just move around a little and explain a little more about some more mechanics of this game. Such as over here. These are little, chests, yeah. They're called chests. And on the bottom, the upper left-hand corner of the screen shows how much money you have, or gold. You need gold in order to actually access these chests. And inside these chests contain helpful items, such as this here, gasoline. Getting gasoline allows you to set the ground on fire when you kill enemies, which is pretty neat. There's pretty much no real bad items in this game. So there's this, and that. Then you just go around, search for gold, and enemies are randomly generated, by the way, so there's that too. You'll never really have the same game twice, which is a pretty interesting mechanic, and I like games that do that personally. Like, you see now they're starting to throw these little fireball guys here. I forgot what they're called, actually. And as the game goes on, you'll see throughout the upper right-hand corner of the screen, the game difficulty will actually increase. So there's that. And we got this enemy is called a sand crab, and he hit me. Not good. Well, let's see if there's anything else you can see here. Oh yeah, I'll explain this here. This here is kind of, I think, what was it, a statue or a spire or altar? Basically, if you have enough money, you can gamble to see if you can get a reward. Like I just failed to do. And you can try as many times as you want if you have the money. And all it got me there was just experience, so there's that. Another thing to explain. What the heck? I just fell through the floor! What the frick was that? Glitches! Glitches! They're a thing, people! We gotta risk it all, rain on this parade. Dodgy! And now I'm showing good use of how the commando actually works well, and then I got hit. So of course I have to counteract my own statements. Go me! And there we go. You notice that that enemy looks a bit different in color. That's because he's more of an elite mob. Elite mobs usually have more health, but they drop more goodies when defeated. A good strategy I like doing when I encounter a lot of enemies is just to keep on jumping. Because jumping reduces your chances of actually getting hit. And FMJ really is a pretty good darn power, or ability I have, that I should say. And the roll, of course, too. Oh geez, there's a red Lemurian. Those monkey-like things are called Lemurians, or those guys that look like they're in suits. So I'm just gonna get this chest here, and ooh, Toxic Centipede. Infected! What this power-up does, basically, is it has a little, toxic ring around you that goes around and harms enemies when they're close. But enough waiting around, actually. I do want to show off how the teleporter system works. Because the goal is to find the teleporter. And what happens when you activate the teleporter? You're challenged to stay alive while it gets ready. I do not know why it does that, but it does that. And all of a sudden, then a giant-ass enemy just pops up out of nowhere. And oh boy, it's during these teleporter sequences that the game really decides to get crazy. So, whoa! Okay. Definitely be careful. And we can just continue to hurt the big boss here. Whenever you activate a teleporter, a big boss enemy usually appears. Like so. Here we have the Colossus. Colossi are usually generally pretty easy to defeat if you keep your distance. Because they cannot move or jump, or chase you around, really. So I'm making quick work of him. And bam! Ooh! Using skills charges up to a huge laser blast. Yeah, another thing to note is that whenever you defeat a boss enemy, they usually drop an item, which is pretty neat. Means you actually get something for your troubles. There's still a lot to explain in this game, like all the different types of enemies, what they do and all that. And this and that and that and there! So many things! So little time! So then, once the timer goes off, then... Wow, that was really powerful! It's like a laser was like, I'm gonna mess everything up! Everybody get out of my way! So when the timer runs out, no more enemies will actually spawn. Meaning you can go around and freely kill them at your leisure. And I'm still explaining things because there's just a lot to explain. And here, we got the Soldier Syringe, which increases our attack speed, and I fell through the map again! That's normally not supposed to happen. Why that happens, I do not know. But let's just go after this last guy. And I'll explain that there's also a health bar at the bottom showcasing your health, which always recharges whenever you're not getting attacked by enemies. And below the health bar, we have a light blue bar that signifies our experience. Yes, this game brings forth an RPG element with experience, which you gather from opening chests, defeating enemies, etc., etc. Just doing good things in the game, and wow, that was crazy. And if that bar fills all the way up, you level up, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to show that off now. Yep, there we go, level up. When you level up, your health increases, your attacks do more damage, so on and so forth. And then when you usually go on a teleporter, then you move on to the next area. There's a few areas in this game, and each one of them also have a number of artifacts hidden within them. Artifacts have a chance to appear sometimes, but they don't appear all the time. And you can use them to unlock them and change the game in many fun ways, like I said earlier. Over here we have some containers, which usually contain experience and gold, which is always good, right? There we go. Oh geez, we have these guys to deal with. They're called, I believe, imps? Yeah, that's what I believe they're called, and they can actually teleport. So as you go on, the game gets harder, and the more time you spend, the harder the game also gets. Like, see, the difficulty now is at medium, which is pretty insane. I mean, for a first-time player, this can be a bit of a challenging game. And laser just messes everything up. I'm a fire with my lasers! I think I explained most of everything this game has to offer. Now, why is this game being put as a one-off video, mainly? It is because this game, pretty much, this is just mostly what it is. You go around exploring, finding the teleporters, items, and so on and so forth, defeat some enemies, and it does get pretty stressful when there's a lot. But the game is a lot of fun, and I encourage you all to go and pick this game up, because on Steam, it can usually be found for pretty cheap sometimes as a sale. We got those mushroom guys, and you know what? There's also another altar thingy here, where you can sacrifice your health for a chance to get an item instead. And here I got poison shackles. Let's try it again, and no, that's not gonna work. And so on and so forth. Gosh darn it, elite mobs again. Okay, here we have the introduction of shops, which are also in this game. Usually these small shops have 3 items on display here, and you can choose whichever one you want. I am going to go with the med kit here. The first aid kit. Receive a delayed heal after being hit. Each item does something beneficial, yeah, blah blah. I'm gonna explore this just a little bit more. This is basically what a normal game of Risk or Rain is like. Go around hoping you don't die, and so on and so forth. Oh geez, I'm low on health. I think I should hold off here a bit. And laser just goes and blows everything up. So there's that. Dodge him? Let's see, is there something active over around here? Ah, yes. These altars. These altars are pretty interesting. And I just fell down to the ground, because why not? I say because why not a lot, but really, it's just because the game is just like, hey, that's how it works, buddy. You better believe it, buddy. And whoa, oh jeez! There's those guys. So there's this, and that, and that, and this. But it's a pretty interesting game, though. I enjoy playing it highly. And I got the gasoline again, which basically helps demonstrate that whenever you get an item again, it also becomes collected, and then basically the item's effect can stack up and increase its effect, which is also pretty neat. This game is pretty simple, but there's a lot of depth to it at the same time. I like that in games. Simple in concept, but a lot of depth to them. I've been talking a lot in this one-off gameplay, but that's basically it. you're gonna see me play a lot of games like this. But these videos won't be as common as the actual playthroughs going on in my channel, per se. Maybe these might be like, I don't know, once a week or something. Maybe, who knows? Depends on the types of games I can get my hands on, and the types of games that are built for this kind of material, such as like this. A game like this can be pretty repetitive if you just decide to play through it. And it's just like one of those games that it's all about playing it over and over. And you just get the same results and same gaming playthroughs, which can be exciting, don't get me wrong. But, I just think this game would pretty much never end if I decided to do a full-on playthrough. I mean, literally never end. I'm talking about where this might go up into, like, I don't know, maybe hundreds of videos or so to get everything in this game. As I've been playing this game so far, as Steam will say, probably around like 18, 19 hours, and I still am nowhere near close to beating this game. It's crazy. So, how about I show off just the end of this level and then call this a video? So, am I ready? Yes, I am ready! And we got the ancient wisp. Oh, crap. Oh, jeez! So, this is not good. And the laser just helped again. No! Stay away! Stay away! Jump to victory! Jump, 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 jump! Oh, jeez! Item, help me out! Oh, jeez. I'm about to die! I can rest here! Whew! Sometimes this happens, where you're gonna have to go rest in this game just to refill your health, but it fills up slowly unless you have certain items. So it just takes forever. Shoot my gun! I'm a-firing my guns! And also, for this series, Seanman's One-Offs, I'd like for you guys, if you are there watching this, to suggest any other games I should try looking into to play for this. Something of this kind of material. It can be just indie games, so on and so forth. And who knows, maybe some of these one-offs might eventually turn into full-on gaming playthroughs one day. Depends on you. It depends on my interest in the game, maybe viewer interest too included. And, well, also the game's just flat out fun and it isn't too repetitive or it's story based and so on. I can think of a few games already of this caliber. And I got a decent amount of health, so let's get back to it. I do not have enough money! Great. So there's 52 enemies. Slow them down! And the laser just decimated everyone. This freaking laser, man! Ah, that's a good one! Chance to fire a missile. That usually activates whenever you hit an enemy, as so. And my goodness, there's a lot of enemies there. Oh jeez. Oh boy! Oh no! Damn it. Remember to activate use items, which is something I could explain briefly, because I didn't actually get the chance to get a use item, but there are certain items in this game that allow you to, on a separate button, to use them as, like, super weapons or things that do pretty crazy effects. I couldn't demonstrate that in this short gaming playthrough, but there's that. So how about we go back to the menu to end this video. If you guys would like to see more Risk of Rain, let me know in the comments below. Because maybe I can definitely see this as, I don't know, maybe some more one-offs of this game, who knows. And this game does have online co-op after all, so if you wanted to actually play this game with me, you can maybe feel free to leave a comment below, and I think I can put that into consideration. So, I'll just show this off real quick, but there's also a lot of items in this game. I've got quite a few, as you can see, and in the item log you can click on something and it tells you what it does, and the chance of it appearing, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. I think that's enough to showcase Risk of Rain for now. So again, let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this game. Otherwise, there's going to be more different one-offs coming in the future. So, until next time, this has been Seanman247, and until the next one-off, stay classy, y'all! Woohoo! Bye-bye!